What's up, guys? Here we are again. About like 4 this afternoon, actually a couple more than that. It's 12:30 now, and we've been on another marathon this morning. And right now we are in Liberty going to South Fallsburg to do keys for, I think we're going to do 2 extra keys for a 16 Jeep Wrangler. And then we have to stop and install in another job in South Fallsburg. We got to reinstall a door closer and a passage knob in a mikveh door. Mikveh is it's like a ritual bath type thing. A lot of guys don't know what that is. And then we're going to White Lake, New York. We have 2 cars out there that we have to do. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, but we'll get them done. And then I have to go to Sackett Lake, New York. We got to put in like 4 combination locks. It's like 2 simplex, the 17102, 17108, and 2 Locky M210s. And we got to adjust a set of double doors that are rubbing. Probably just needs a longer screw in the hinge to hold it back, because they're like, each door is like 4 foot and they're solid core doors, so they're kind of dragging together. So I think just a couple of long screws will be fine. And all right, let's get rolling here. This gives you an idea of developments. Like most people, you know, when I drive down the roads, don't see anything. You just see like a small sign out by the road. And these developments, each one of these things actually house like between 80 and 120 full-blown house units in each of these, but they put them back in off the road in the woods. And that silver Jeep right there is going to be our first stop. All right, this is the first stop here this afternoon. 2016 Jeep Wrangler. We're doing 2 extra keys for this. First thing we're going to do, we're going to choose Chrysler. Agree. Going to select by vehicle. Jeep Wrangler. We are going to have to turn the keys on. 7 to 17. Read the pin code. 5116. Program a blank key. Ignition's already on. 5116. Okay. 3 keys in it now. I can turn this one off. Next key in. Program blank key. 4 keys are complete. Turn it off. We can check it. And I'm going to start it, but it is a 5-speed, or 6-speed, I'm sorry. And we'll just make sure everything's in there. Okay, we are done with the Jeep. It was quick and easy. 2 extra keys, and now we are on our way to this new mikveh door that they installed. They need a knob installed up high on a steel door and the closer put back on. I'm sure it doesn't have a pre-cut knob hole up top, so you have to figure something out for that quick. I don't know what we're going to do with the jam on it, as far as probably just leave a 1-inch hole in it, unless it's got a good size gap in it. We can get a strike plate on it, but we'll have to play it by ear with this. All right, we are just pulling up on our shul. And get this done quick and move on to the other 2 cars that we got to get done. All right, so this is the new door that they just installed. It's kind of, it literally has a defiant knob on the bottom, but we're just doing this. We're going to be putting a knob way up here on the door, because by Department of Health code and these things, you have to have a knob up high so a kid doesn't have access. And it's going to get a buzzer system, and you know, because the magnets with the water inside and the humidity, just it's not going to hold up indoor or outdoor. It's just too much humidity in here. And this door, whoever put this in, if I hold this knob back, retracted, you can. So this is all going to have to be adjusted. All right, another thing I did notice, this plate's been hacked out so it fits. So I'm going to swap this out for one of the simplex plates. So this is actually larger. I'm not going to leave that like that. All right, so this is the first thing I started with. I changed this out to one of the simplex plates with the bigger hole. And now there's no more rub in it. And I did move the jam back just a hair since I was able to get into the thing still and move it over a hair. Works perfect now. I'm just going to drill that hole and put the closer on. Okay, so this is what we got. The door closer is in, the knob is up top. This is so if a kid comes up to the door, they can't just turn the knob and open it and walk in. Department of Health wants a knob up high so a small kid can't just walk into the thing and drown inside, because it is pretty deep. And let me show you exactly what we got going on this. All right, so this is just a temporary thing. I put a, you know, cheap grade 3 in there, LSDA. Driving latch, and the garbage Defiant is on there. I changed that plate out so nothing rubs now. Just a temporary 1-inch hole in there. Through bolted on the door. And with these, they have, you know, the big vents. They get a lot of air circulation in here, so I'm letting this door close a little harder than normal. But as you can see, they need to adjust everything, and they got to retile the whole 9 yards. But this door is done for now until they decide what they're doing with hardware. Also, another thing that I had to do with that top knob, because it's a hollow core door, you know, it's just the cardboard garbage. I did put I have a bunch of the old major collars that go in there. I put one of them in so the door won't crush in. All right, that Mikva door is done for now until they decide what they want as far as buzzers and electronic strikes, you know, whatever access control they want in there. We'll figure that out later on. This is just to, you know, because a lot of people are up here on the weekends. You know, this is a weekend place. And, I mean, they can't have a kid walk in there and fall in the mikvah. I mean, plus there's like 10, 15 showers in that place also. So we're going to run to White Lake and take care of these other 2 cars. All right, we're just getting into the White Lake Bethel area. Have to take care of this shop out here. Pretty good shop. They get things done out here, and they give me a lot of extra keys. So we'll be pulling in here, and we'll get this done, and I'll try to film it. Should be able to film this one. All right, this is our first one. This is a 09 Tacoma. This truck is not chipped. So we are done with this one, and we're going to move on to the Chevy Trax we got to do. All right, we're going to try that again since the radio was on. We are in a 2015 Chevy Trax, and with these keys, what you have to do, when you look at these keys, if this key has this remote start button offset on the key that you're using, then the remote start will not work on the vehicle. You always have to pay attention to that with these with the Traxes, and for a lot of the GMs. And this is the additional that we're going to be adding in. It's always got to have that center button or your remote start won't work. And to program these in, it's just a cycle. Put the key in, turn it on, gonna wait a few seconds, turn it off. New key, nothing works on this key. You're gonna put it in, turn it on. And throw the key around the car. And that's the new key. that's the old key. And they programmed the key and the remote program together for you guys that don't know that. All right, also doing a Subaru Forester while we're here. It is a drop the key in the 11 Forester. I just cloned this. This is the original. It was nice of them. They even have the key code on the tag still. It's just a used car. But I just cloned this with the VVDI. It's not the correct actual shell, but it's it'll work for this. It's fine. That the original I'm sure still works. That's perfect. That one's done also. So that's 3 in 1 stop. Not a bad deal. And now we're going to run the white sulfur because I just had another shop call me out there. So we're going to have to go out there and do an old VATS. Oh joy. Okay, so those 3 cars are done. And I just got another call as I was working on that. We got to run to White Sulphur, New York. We have to do an old VATS ignition. Oh, Youngsville, New York. Sorry. We got to run and do a VATS ignition. They changed the ignition out, and of course the polarity is not the same on the VATS, so I'm going to have to read the polarity out of the old one, cut it on a new key, and we should be there. It's about a 15-16 mile run from where I am, and we will get it done. I'll be with you again here shortly. Getting into Youngsville, New York. It took us about 17 minutes. Had to cut some back roads because of a bus 318 right now in the afternoon. And we're going to be pulling into this garage here shortly, and we'll take care of this VAT stuff. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how this old Tech Train system works here. What you do, this is really old, this is from I think Lockmasters from way back. This is the old functioning key. This is an old Chevy Impala, I think, or something like that they have. And they put a new ignition in it. And this is the key that came with the new ignition. Don't mind my mess. This is what happens when you're busy. So what we're going to do, we're going to stick this in here, set this back to 1. Trying to do this one-handed. Alright, you slip that key in there, you turn this on to read, and you're starting at VATS polarity number 1, 2, 3, and what's going to happen, this is going to turn green when you have your correct VATS. I'll start from 1 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's a 14. Okay, so I just need a single-sided VATS number 14, and then we duplicate this key onto a VATS number 14. And Ryan's throwing stuff at me, losing it here. Okay, so now I got a number 14 single-sided VATS. So I'm going to pull this out. That goes dark. I'm going to slide this old VATS into here, and this should turn green. Okay, so now we know that's correct. I'm going to duplicate this, and we're going to cut that onto this blank, and now the car should start with this. Alright, so we did the VATS, everything worked out perfect with that. Just old school, man. I mean, that was years ago. I just got a call as I was leaving there. I have to go to a doctor's office in Rock Hill, New York. It's funny, they called me up and they said, you haven't, well, you just fixed this thing a few months ago and now it's broken. I said, so I called my wife and she looked it up in the paperwork. I haven't been there in 7.5 years. So I called them back. I said, yeah, I haven't been there in 7.5 years, so you must have the wrong guy that fixed it recently. She's like, well, your stickers are on the door. I said, I definitely did not fix it recently because it would have went in their file. But anyway, I'm going to head over there and fix it. I'm certainly not fixing it for free, that's for sure. But you would think that the other locksmith that was there would have peeled my stickers off the door. That seems to be a common thing around here. But you know, with all due respect, I peel all their stickers too. And yeah, I'm going to head out there. I just have to drop Ryan off here first, and I'm headed to Rock Hill. And it got beautiful out here today. It's about 74 and sunny, and you know, it's been fantastic. This morning was really chilly, but not bad. I'll catch up with you as we're getting to Rock Hill. Okay, we are just getting off here in Rock Hill, and being that we're going to a doctor's office, I think I'm going to mask up and throw some gloves on, just because, you know, in a dentist office, every time somebody gets out of the dentist, the first thing they do is touch their face and feel their tooth and slobber on the door handles and all that other good stuff. So we'll be here in a couple of minutes. It's like 10 after 4 and they want to be out of here by 5. They were very specific about that. They have things to do, but it just costs a little more. All right, we'll be pulling in here shortly, and we're going to get this taken care of. I'm going to try to record, but I don't want to give out any other information, and we'll see what we can do. All right, this is the issue we're having. This thumb turn, which has been in here for a long time, dried right out, but the outside cylinder, everything's just dried out. I'm going to clean all this up and put a new thumb turn in, and they should be fine. Okay, this thing is fine now. Put a new thumb turn in it. Works absolutely perfect. This one has just been in there for quite a while. And somebody has been here since me, because I would not use a rim cylinder collar on this type of door. I mean, I don't know who did that, but it works perfect. Sticker's definitely been on there for a while. Everything's looped up and good, and we're done. All right, that was a quick, easy fix. I could have just oiled that thumb turn and used that, but I'm not going to mess around with that. Once they get dry like that, it's always some kind of stupid drama. I don't need to deal with stuff like that. I'd rather just change the thumb turn, charge it for it, be in and out. Anyway, it's 4:30. It's taking me about 15 minutes to get home, and I'm going to get home a little early tonight, because that other job with the combination locks and everything I'm going to put off till tomorrow. So I think that's going to be a wrap. I'm sure there'll be a couple more calls tonight before everything is said and done. But yeah, let's wrap it up. And if you guys like this, leave a thumbs up, and we'll do it again. Appreciate you guys watching.